Okay, so I finally got everything situated and got my Twitch uh, working and loaded and everything. And I'm in the middle of a fucking fight. If you didn't look at my last video, but figure out what the fuck I'm doing. Sorry. This dude gotta die like right fucking now. All right, let's get a headshot on you. And one, two, a one, a two, a three, a three. There we go. That was a Tootsie Pop reference in case you didn't know. Anyway, let's fire on this nigga. One, two, okay, it's gonna take more than two. And nah, we're gonna switch to the shotgun and blow this nigga away real quick. Alright, who else? Alright, let's go. Baby, I ain't gotta reload, so you kinda fucked up. I never have to reload. I don't even want your one-star shit. I just want this money. I just want this money. Alright, so first video, I fucked up because I didn't know if my stream was loading. I didn't know if the video was saving on Twitch. I just shared it on Facebook, but I don't know if it's going to stick or not. Anyway, I'm in the middle of Fallout right now. Fallout is my favorite game. I talked about, what was it? Final Fantasy the first time. This is my character right now. In the first video you heard that this is my first dark-skinned character. Yes, I am a black player, but this is my very first, this very dark-skinned character. Not that I need to bring it to attention or anything, but, you know, she's pretty fucking hot. I like her purple hair and her red lips and the paint under her eyes. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna bring too much attention to it. We're gonna pull out the shotgun. That is Kiri, my bodyguard, and we're gonna just go fuck up some shit. Fuck it. Playing Fallout right now. It doesn't even matter. Alright, you are my friend. Get the fuck out of here. So, we're gonna keep going. This way. Fallout, if you don't know, it's a, I wouldn't even call it post-apocalyptic. This is like right on schedule. But basically, a nuke hits in 19. Don't quote me in any of this. I'm bad at the exact dates, but nuke hits. Oh, there go a bear. A nuke hits in the 70s and basically destroys most of civilization. To the point where most of us, he's dead and a bunch of shit came out of him. Most of us go into vaults. Whoo, shit. Look, my character went to a vault a long time ago, and her husband went in there, and also her child. Her child, they went into this vault that's underground that was supposed to house you from, you know, the fallout from a nuclear bomb and all of that. And she went in there with her husband and her baby, and they went to cryogenic suspension, which was intended to hold them until, you know, civilization came back into play. But little do you know that Fallout is about Vault Tech, and Vault Tech is some very evil people. Vault Tech is basically the people that made the vaults that expected the fucking nuclear eventuality that humans would come into play. Basically, they made these vaults that would house humans in the case of nuclear war. And there were hundreds of them. There have only been like 6 games or something like that. So maybe only like, you know, not all of them has been featured, but this is Vault 111 that I'm from. And she was one of the very first vault dwellers in the sense that she was there at the beginning of the bomb drops. Her husband, and her son. She was there at the beginning of the game. You see the bomb drops, and you see the very first, you know, nuclear warfare on American soil. So she goes into this fallout shelter that she expects is to save her life because it's underground. I'm gonna put this helmet on real quick. and you know, goes into suspension. But Vault Tech is very evil people, and all of their vaults had separate reasons for existing. Some tested the human psyche, the physicality. Basically, they were all little mice chambers for actual humans. At this point, they have perfect specimens, people that subjected themselves to very finite areas and resources and stuff like that, and they had the complete control over it because they were like an insurance company, and people trusted them to take care of them in the event of nuclear fallout. So these people would go into these areas, and this person did. Fuck, I'm so off topic. But Alice, who the person I'm playing, her and her family went into one, thinking that they were going to be fine. Vault-Tec controlled some of the overseers, which are the people that control the inside of the vault, and they said, let's put these people in suspension, but let's take the baby out and take its DNA from the time that preceded any of these bombs, because we were technically purebreds and whatnot, and take his DNA and apply it to the humans after the fallout and all the there go a person, and after all of the after all of the pollution and whatnot, and use its cells to make, you know, another pure human form after all of this, because these are mutants. They have mutated from the fallout, from the bomb and shit like that, and they'll never be normal. And no one will ever really be normal because that DNA doesn't exist anymore. But if you take a baby from that time that existed before, then you might be able to at least create a cure, or, you know, make humans as close as possible as they were before this time. But, so they used my son to do that, and this whole story, oh, what's up? This whole story is about me 100 years later, after cryogenic suspension, looking for my son in a post-apocalyptic world that I'm not familiar with ever. Like, this is 100 years after I've existed. I came out of this and I started looking for my son. This nigga is like around like 60 years old in this game. You don't find that out till later, but he's almost older than you because he's actually been out of cryogenic suspension longer than you think. And he's running one of the societies that's existing after the bombs that have hit. Oh shit, sorry. He's a pretty successful dude and all of that stuff. It's really crazy. This Fallout is probably one of the best ones that I've ever played because the lore wraps all of the old shit that I used to play, because all of the old Fallouts actually play after the bombs have hit, maybe hundreds of years later, basically. But this is the first Fallout that took it actually to the beginning of the lore, which is, you know, the war that initiated the bombs that hit China at first. That hit China at first, and then they shot back on the U.S. And I'm about to die because I'm low on health. But the bombs that hit U.S., this is what happened. And everyone fucking threw bombs after the U.S. got bombed. And, you know, this is what happens after. Complete destruction. Mutated humans. Mutated animals as well. And the rebuilding of humankind. While looking like we fucking fucked up something that was really going great for us, because it looks like it. We fucked up all this civilization, and it's crazy because this shit is probably closer than I've ever imagined it would be. Of course, it probably won't happen in my time, and I wish I had some wood around to knock on right now, because it is still very possible, but I still think unlikely in my time. Fuck me if it actually happens, so, you know, joke's on us. But, like, if a bomb, you know, not the first bomb, but one of the, you know, most influential historical bombs that we talk about is the ones that we dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan from the attack on Pearl Harbor. After they attacked on Pearl Harbor, we dropped the one in Hiroshima that hit the fucking middle of the city. I don't even know the numbers. Like I said, don't quote me. Killed hundreds of thousands. And then after that, Japan did not back off, and we decided to drop another one on these people. I mean, granted they didn't back off, which is scary as shit after you drop a bomb on a whole city, but they didn't back off. So Hiroshima got dropped, and then they decided not to back off, and didn't back off. You see what I mean? But that's not a kind joke. Anyway, after where does this dude at? Where is this dude at? After Hiroshima got hit, Japan didn't back down. So the U.S. decided to shoot another atomic bomb, which killed 100,000, which hit the city of Nagasaki. And it was catastrophic. If you don't know what a atomic bomb can do, which is basically the splitting of atoms, and the force of the atoms having not only a pyrotechnic effect, which is, you know, the burning of flesh, but also it shoots a large airwave. I forgot what the grammatical term is. And it's capable of destroying housing and buildings that are concrete or anything of the sort, because concrete is basically the strongest you can have, but any other housing up to like 6 kilometers away. And I forgot the point, but if you interested in that, you don't know, look it up. That's basically what happened in this game, but instead of the bombs only hitting Japan, they shot one at us, and then we shot one at Russia, and then everyone shot one at everyone. And this is what happened to the world after all of the bombs hit. And there was a few humans who survived, and they came up after nuclear fallout has subsided to, I guess, a livable extent. I don't necessarily know what that means, because you'll still suffer for hundreds of years after from the exposure of radioactive fallout and all of that. But like, this is what happens afterwards. You have broken cities and shit like that, and the humans who were strong enough to survive, they try to survive with new types of enemies, which are animals who have evolved to these conditions, which is fucking wild. That's my friend. This is wild as shit. Like bears and bugs that are super big. We all know that roaches are gonna like fucking outlive us and want a bomb hit, but the motherfuckers here are big as shit. Like, you cannot imagine the fucking bugs on this game. Like, they are the scariest. Oh, he died with the quickness. The scariest shit you've ever seen. But let me get out the lore, because don't everybody know Fallout and shit like that. But I love this game. It's fucking great. It's fun. It's immersive. I feel like I'm doing something, and it's one of those games that I can go back to for fucking years. Like, I beat this game maybe 20, 30 levels ago, so around, like, I think I beat it around level 40 actually. I'm level 90. I'm still playing this game, and I don't do that with a lot of games. Like, I didn't go back to Final Fantasy because I just didn't want to. Like, it was a good game, but after the story had concluded, I really didn't have the urge to go back and play the extra parts of it. Like, I was done with it. I'm not gonna tell you the story or what happened at the end, but after I figured out what happened to the dude, I was like, why am I playing this game?